Okay, well, the R1 is completely rebuilt from my accident. So, nice day today. I thought I would take a minute to kind of do a walk around and I guess an update. The only thing I have left to do is I have some BST carbon fiber wheels on order, which should be here next couple of weeks. And also I have a Kevlar, I think it's a KG clutch that's due in tomorrow, which I'll be installing shortly. But as far as kind of restoring the bike from the accident, it's everything's pretty much done. So I thought I would take this opportunity to make a video for those who are interested. You can kind of see, you'll have to excuse the shadows, but at least this won't be like most of my videos where there's not enough light. So I guess we'll start from the back here. I'll try to hit all the stuff. I'll almost always forget something, but the body kit is one off of eBay that I got. Real nice fit overall, very happy with it. Took a little bit of massaging, but 99% as good as the OEM stuff, I think. And I really like the kind of the two-tone color. I was going to paint the tank right here, but everyone who saw me on the bike with my new gear kind of said, "Oh no, the two-tone tank matches your two-tone gear," so I decided to leave it. Anyways, I guess we'll start here. So I'm running the fully floating rotors here. I got these off eBay, and they're fairly lightweight to begin with, but then I put in the fully floating buttons here, which gives you the fully floating. So far, real happy with that. Doesn't seem to be wearing the rotors too bad. I'm running the Corbon Lorraine C59 pads and having real good luck with that. And then I've got the Öhlins FG327 front forks with the Superbike valving in them, and that's built off of the Öhlins FG43 forks. I took those apart in one of my other videos and kind of cleaned them up and serviced them. Got HIDs on the low beams. You can kind of see I've got the HID ballast tuck in there, and so that works real well. And I've got the Osram off-road rally lights on the high beams. Let's see what else. Seen some of my other videos, you see the carbon fiber air ducts. That took a lot of work to get those put in. Running the Woodcraft brake and clutch protectors. Got the sliders here, which I fabricated a little spacer to make those work. Renthal medium compound grips. Got the CRG adjustable folding clutch. Then up here we've got the Scott's damper, which is real nice. Gives you a lot of adjustability. Let's see what else. All titanium hardware. These are eBay kind of clone clip-ons. They're like a driven racing clone. I had to flip them around a little bit to get them to work the way I wanted, but once I got it in there, it was okay. A few little titanium. You can see there's a little titanium hardware here and there, just kind of stuff that I pick up. As far as sliders, got this one here. I think this is just a generic one. I can't remember what it was. This is a T-Rex slider that I modified. I made my own stainless 303 stainless rod that goes through, so it's much heavier duty than the stock stuff. Got some stator cover protectors from Eric over at Woodcraft. Got one on the other side also. Put the Yamaha decal on myself there. And then you can see I've got the Sato Racing sets here. Put the Valter Moto peg that helped in the accident actually on the other side. And running without the front chain cover so I can keep things clean up in here. There's a Renthal 16 tooth 520 sprocket, and then it's got the 520. This is the RR4, which is the race chain. It's about the same weight as the R4 road chain, but it's a little higher tension, or a little bit higher load, I think. A little stronger chain, I guess. And then have the Rinthal 46 tooth. I might be changing back to the 45 tooth. I'm not sure I like the gearing. It seems like the motor revs a little too freely compared to the speed of the bike, but I'm not 100% sure. When I put the carbon fiber wheels on, I'm probably going to buy 2 of the carbon fiber, or 2 of the rotors, sprockets rather, that go on, and I'll probably get a 45 tooth and a 46 tooth just to try. As mentioned in some of my other videos, I've still got the sets with the, it's got the titanium hardware and the stainless steel rod ends and everything, and it's running in the reverse shift pattern, so it's 1 up into first gear, and then it's 5 down, which is just, you change the pivot points there. Changed the bolts that hold the rear subframe onto titanium, so they reach through the frame a little bit further than the stock aluminum Torx head kind of guys. Safety wired it there. And then in the back here we've got the Öhlins YA343 shock, which is the one that was produced for this bike. Haven't done anything special to this one. I've got the 95 Newton per millimeter spring. It originally came with the 100 millimeter. Someone had swapped it out for their bike, and I had to put it back to the 95, which worked good for my weight. And I've got the full titanium Sato Racing exhaust with the carbon fiber cans, and you can see my as I showed in one of the other videos, my custom turn signals here, and I've got my little sliders on the pegs. So that's working out pretty well. And then I've got my little license plate that tucks up under here. You can kind of see the modifications. I've got my reflector in the back. And then I've got my integrated taillight, although I don't, because I've got these these taillights here, I'm just using that as strictly an LED brake light. Alright, let's see what else. Oh, after the crash, I added these sliders in the back to kind of help protect the swing arm a little bit. Let's see what else on this side. I guess that's it on that side. Running the Diablo Super Corsa SP, which is the, I forget what they call it, single pole, I think is what it is. You can see the little SP there. And it's basically a race tire that's designed to warm up very quickly. So I run that on the street, which seems to be working out pretty well. And then you can see I've got the lightened rear rotor. Saves, I think it either saves a pound or half a pound, I forget which. But I had that cut over at, I think it's Quality Machine. They did a real nice job. You send them in there, the factory rotor, and then they cut it on their mill. And then of course the titanium hardware to hold the bike on. And then I have the titanium, you probably saw on the other side, the titanium bihex nuts with the titanium washers. Let's see. Oh, and then there's a titanium axle nut under here. Didn't do anything. I was going to get some chain adjusters, but I kind of like just the simplicity of the factory one, and it gets the job done. So I just have been sticking with that. These are titanium spools to pick up the bike, which are nice because they don't mar up like the anodized aluminum ones. And they just run. I don't really use the rear brake too much, so I'm just using this factory setup, and I've got the Corbon Lorraine. I think it's the RX3 pads in the back, which works pretty well. And then as we move up a little further here, stainless steel brake lines, and a little bit of a custom setup here with a rod end, and then the return spring for the master cylinder, folding toe peg on this side. Another shot of the little sliders I made there. Let's see what else. Okay, on this side here, this is the other side of the swing arm slider. And then you can see I've got the little, I think this is the M3 or something like that off of eBay. Safety wire, I just caught it right here. And then when I crashed the bike, low side of the bike, I took out this clutch slider. So I ended up getting this one that they sell on eBay, put it on with some titanium screws or some titanium Allen head bolts there. And I think they make this in Thailand or something. Real impressed with the quality of it though. It looked a little funky in the eBay pictures, but I was really pleased with it when it showed up, and it's got a little lightning slot there. And then the Woodcraft, I messed up on this side, the oil cover took a hit, so I put in this Woodcraft unit, which really great quality. I'm real happy with that. I like how it looks. Had to reroute a little of the wires in there, but nothing too significant. Let's see, on this side, got the Woodcraft brake lever, guard, Renthal grips. This is new. This is the Brembo 19x18 master cylinder, which worked really well on the street. Gives you a little bit more modulation than I think it's the 20x18 or the RCS flippable one. I just went with the 19x18 after researching it. And then I put a CRG folding lever on. And then this is a titanium pivot, which I thought looked kind of nice. And then you can see I did a kind of a little custom job here. Forget the name of this tubing, but it's a special tubing that you can find on eBay. I don't believe you can use just, you know, stuff from Home Depot or Orchard Supply Hardware. And then I used some stainless steel double ear clamps there. So really like the Brembo master cylinder. Gives you really good modulation on the street. And then you can see here the carbon fiber air duct on that side. Then up here, had a bunch of Renthal stickers from ordering all their parts, so I kind of thought that looked a little bit nice. And then some stainless steel Allen head screws that I got off eBay, I think it was. So that kind of, I'm sure I'm leaving some stuff out. I mean, there's internal stuff. You can see I've got a little race cowl in the back here. And then this is a suede seat that I reupholstered, the factory seat. So this is, I really like how that looks. And I have a passenger seat that I reupholstered also that matches that. Bike has all the typical stuff you would put on. It's got the power commander with a custom map for this exhaust, the Santo Racing exhaust. It's got a lightweight speed cell battery that saves about 4 or 5 pounds. You can see it's got a Akasato carbon fiber quick turn or quick release gas cap, which I really like this. Real high quality. It's a little bit tricky to install. I put in with some titanium countersunk screws, but I'm real happy with this. It's got the plain weave, which matches the air ducts there. Underneath here, it's got the Roth Industries block-off plates as well as their velocity stacks, which I'm real pleased with. Let me go ahead and fire the bike up here so you can hear it. And then I've also installed a Speedo healer to recalibrate the speedometer, and also their gear shift indicator. Here you can see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Really like that. I used the white one just to match the dash, and also because that's the most visible in sunlight. And so I'm real happy with that. You might be able to see some of the wiring I did down there on the HID kit. What I did was I cut the harness and kind of reworked it, and I was able to tuck some of the wires up under the front there. So that made it a little bit cleaner installation. Oh, I also have, let me see, on the horn button, I wired in a little dinky relay from Radio Shack, which triggers the switch on the Speedo healer, and when you push the button for the horn, it will recall your top speed. So in this case it's 119, and then if you hold the horn button down for 3 seconds, it will reset. So 1, 2, 3, and then it resets. So it's kind of nice because as you're riding, you can just work the horn button, and it'll tell you what your last high speed was, and then you can reset it. And then next time you're hitting an on ramp or on the highway or whatever, and you want to see how fast you were going, you can punch that and it'll pull it up on the dash. So I like that a lot. Like I say, I'm sure that I'm forgetting some stuff that I've done to the bike, but overall that's basically kind of a recap of the motorcycle rebuild from after the accident that I had in November. As I mentioned in some of my other videos, I low-sided going about 70 miles an hour and kind of damaged the right-hand side. So just been fiddling around with the bike ever since then, modifying it. And like I say, aside from the carbon fiber BST wheels, which are on order and should be shipping out in a couple of weeks, the bike's pretty much done. So I've been having a good time riding it. And outside of the carbon fiber wheel, there's really not a lot left to do to it. Probably the next thing is to start tracking it and see how it handles on the track. I was gonna do, and I might still do it, I was gonna do the Brake Tech carbon ceramic, the CMC carbon matrix ceramic, I think it is, front brakes, but not sure when Jeff will have those available, and I'm not 100% sure I'll do them. I guess I'll wait and see what kind of results I get from the BST wheels, and if it's night and day difference, then maybe I will, but I'm not sure. Also probably need to have a halfway decent day in the stock market too, because if I remember correctly, those brakes are like $2,000 or $3,000. So, and I got the flush. I think these are hot body. These actually came from the guy I bought the bike from originally, and then I installed those. So, and then this is for anyone who's interested, this is the Black Widow BW-1020 front steering head stem stand, and I just want to say this is a fantastic stand. Lets you work on your front suspension and holds the bike up real nice, and I think it's 99 bucks shipped on eBay, which is a fantastic deal. This is a rear vortex stand that I'm using here. It came with the bike, but it's pretty good. I haven't had any reason to change it, and got it for free with the bike, so pretty pleased with that. And then you can see the little Yamaha decal I put on there. And then I think I pointed this out here. This used to be my license plate, my fender eliminator. I just hacked it down and left the rear reflector on there. So, okay, I think that just about covers it. So, thanks very much for watching the video, and that's the R1 rebuilt from the accident. If you have any questions about anything, as always, please feel free to post them in the comment section below. I do read all the comments, and anytime I can provide any helpful information to people, I always try to answer whatever questions are asked. So, okay, thanks again for watching.